Hi guys, so today I'll be working with the first day of the 12 Days of Stitchmas Advent Calendar. I did a whole unboxing. I will link that video in the description box. If you don't want any spoilers, then don't watch that video because I opened them all up just to show you what was in it, and I promised that I would make tutorials on them when they become available on Spellbinders, so that's what we're doing today. So I will have this linked in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links, and these were sent free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own. I do want to show you some things off the top though. I will link also a video where I went through the add-on kit for the Stitchmas, or whatever you would like to use it for. Super cute. I love the way it's packaged. It may have some other packaging, but this is what it comes in, you know, as far as the plastic kind of like storage pouch, and then all the fun things that are in here. And I went through all these items in the September releases video, so I'll link that one in the description box so you can see everything in here. And I mean, just the belle of the ball to me is a little needle minder. I know it's just a little something extra to hold onto your needles while you're working, just like a really heavy duty magnetic base here, and it is just so cute. So the little pocket of posies. But anyway, today we'll be using some of the items from here to create our little tree. If you remember the first one, I think the first opening was that cute little layered tree. I also wanted to show you, and I should have shown this in the last video with the new releases. I didn't realize this was in one of my packages here. So it's the glitter cardstock that they just brought out, and so I'll try some out today, is what I'm aiming for, so you can see, you know, how it die cuts and all that kind of stuff, if that's what I'm going to do with it. This one's the jewel tone pack, and I'll just show you that right quick because there are different colors in it. And then there's the champagne, and I hope you can see the difference between that one and like what would be, I think, gold. So champagne, they have silver, of course, there, and gold. And you can see the champagne is just a little more subdued goldish color than the gold is. And then the jewel cardstock, that says there's 2 sheets of each: black, blue, green, purple, and red. So there's black already, feeling really nice. I don't have any shedding, just rubbing my fingers on it. Blue, which is really pretty, like turquoise blue. Green, very festive green. And purple is a little more hot pink purple. And then the red, super red. So that's the jewel tone pack. And then the others, these are just items that you can pick up, you know, something that you're carrying in the store. It's not like with the Stitchmas add-on or anything like that. It's just some papers I wanted to show you that are now available there on Spellbinders. Let's put this to the side. I really don't have any idea what I'm going to do today, other than, you know, we'll put this guy together, stitch him up. It's so cute. It has that little preview there, what that looks like. And then here are the dies. So day one, let's check these out again. Oh, put that somewhere comfy and cozy. Oh yeah, on the back it does have a little bit of inspo because that's one of the spoilers on the packaging. And then the little joy, which is so cute. But you can see the cardstock has like little detail, and then it has like some little like garland dies if you would like to use those, little star on top, and then just the smallest amount of stitching there. So it's a really quick little project. I had mentioned later in the video when I was going through this, I thought, oh, you know what, I think we saw something that looked like it would be like a dancing mechanism, but let's look at that again. Let's just address that because I didn't go back and talk about it in the other video. I just kind of mentioned it really quickly. So we have these pieces, of course, backgrounds and inlays. If you just want to stitch them and just do the inlay, you can of course do that. I don't know too much of the background color will be showing if you don't use the inlay. If you don't use the background. So let's try to look at the image there. And then that little guy is just a little gold star that goes on top. And then you have your garlands, and then this piece. So I would mention maybe it is a dancing thing. When I first unboxed it, in my opinion, this was to make it into an ornament, and I still think that's more what this one is for. There is a dancing mechanism later on in one of the other doors, because this is very small right there. Unless you want to cut down your dimensional adhesive to be that small, then maybe you can make it into a dancing mechanism that way, right? But it is very small, so I would probably just use one of the mechanisms for the other if you want these little areas to move. But again, I would just cut that out and put it on the back, and it helps you make an ornament if that's what you want to do. I think we'll make a card today though, so you know, probably some gold. Oh, maybe the gold glitter, right? Paper, okay, for this. And then maybe a shiny gold for that, or maybe we'll do, oh, the foam from the kit. maybe that's good. And then something green, right, for our tree. So I will be right back with those papers. Before I get to that, let's go ahead and make our card base. And what I'm going to do is just use some of that new glitter paper and just some other paper that I have here. I have a standard A2 size card. If you're making your own, that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So you have a 4 1/4 by 5.5 card base. This paper I'm going to cut down to about 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, maybe just a little bit smaller than that, because what I'm going to do is take this red paper also from the glitter, the jewel pack, and I'm going to cut that one down to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. If you want to use like your precision dies, you know, that'd be really great. I'm just going to cut it here. So 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. If you do not like working in eighths, you can do 4 by 5 1/4. You can just matte layer the whole thing, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, whatever is it you like to do. So again, this one I'll do a little bit smaller because they're going to layer over each other, and I don't like the bottom layer to kind of peek out the, you know, from behind the top one. So I always make it just a little bit smaller so that they're not competing. So it's, you know, just like a 1/16 of an inch smaller than 5 3/8, and then the other direction just a little bit smaller than 4 1/8. Okay. And in my mind, what I'm going to do is, oopsie, take my notched frames. You know, my ruler is sticking out, so I bumped it. There we go. Let's put that away. My notched frames here, and I want to make a little frame. I mean, let's see. You can kind of imagine how big this guy is. It's not insignificant little, you know, dies. I mean, he makes a pretty good size. So I just kind of want to see what that looks like and see how big I want this outer frame. Like this one, that might be cute. It's a little snug. I think that might be better than like this. So yeah, let's go with this one. Okay. And what I'm going to do is run this through my die cutting machine, and I'm just eyeballing this, but if there's a way that you want to make sure that this is straight and all that, maybe use a T-square and then go for it. But I am eyeballing, you know, up and down, left and right, just about how straight that is. And yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. So I'm going to hold that down there. And I'm just going to run this through my die cutting machine, and I'll be right back. So let's see how that comes out. Cuts pretty well. And sometimes you'll have some glitter papers that are just really coated in plastic, and it's so hard for your machine to cut through it. And so that's good. This one is not quite like that. Okay, so I'm just going to glue these guys down. And I mean, you can pop up your frame if you like. I think we're going to get dimension from our little tree anyway, so I'm not going to do that today. Well, let's put this down nice and straight. And like I said, this guy, you can put some dimensionals behind it and just have a little bit of texture with that, little dimension. I'm just going to glue it down. Dimension is cute though, won't lie. Maybe for the next one we'll do that. The other thing you can do with 3D foam is if you have some that are thinner and some that are lesser, you know, lower profile than the others, so you have some variation of height just from that, that'd be nice. So I would probably put a lower profile on this that I'm going to use there, or however. Okay, so that is the base of my card. I'm so silly, guys. I grabbed a little piece of gold glitter paper from the new glitters. It does say on there that it's non-shedding and all these fun things, so that'll be this guy. And then the add-on kit has a ton of papers in it. You know, you just grab a scrap of paper for this, and that's fine. You always want to use up your scraps. But we also in here have lots of pretty colors, including that gorgeous red, you know, your coral. So again, if you want to see every single piece of paper and everything that's in here, watch the original video because I did show it all there. And I think what I'm going to do with this one is maybe a classic green, because I'm going to use the gold paper. So for my little trees, we're going to cut it out from this guy. And then, oh, I said I was going to use the gold foam for the star, didn't I? I'm so silly. Okay, so let's do that. Let's take a little piece of the gold foam, and that will be my little tree here. And I'll grab I'll grab a larger piece of the gold paper to run this piece through, because that'll give us our little gold glitter for our little like garland look. And then these guys, I'm just going to layer them. Like I said, you're not really going to see too much from what's behind it, but that's up to you if you still want to do a background layer. You're going to see a little bit poking out from these little holes, and that's about it. So anyway, with these guys, all 3 layers, you're just going to place them down. You're definitely going to tape them because you don't want those to move, and run them through your die cutting machine so you have your pieces cut out there. And again, this is from the add-on bag that is only available through Spellbinders, and then we're going to use this cute little gold thread that's in the bag and the needles and all that kind of good stuff from here to complete our project. But I'll be right back. I want to show you, they come out so clean and then have that little detail. Super cute. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so foam again, super easy to cut. They have this stuff in lots of colors, and it does get compressed because you ran it through a die cutting machine, but it kind of pops up or puffs back up in just a little bit here. So we have that, and then we have our cute little decorative piece again. You know, a lot of times it's hard to die cut glitter papers, and this is doing great. And then it even has those little tiny circles that got cut out of it. Let me show you the little detail. So those also cut out pretty nicely, so there you go. Okay, I'll clean them out, and I'll clean out this other one too. And we're going to do our stitching. So let me put this to the side. Put that to the side, and I'll show you on the larger one. Basically, we're gonna do the same thing on all of them. So let me grab my needles. This guy. Oh, a needle threader that comes in here. Also, our needles here. Well, why not? You just kind of open it up. With these guys, it looks like this one cut through there. You should be able to just kind of pop it open. So this top part, if you just open it that way, this kind of releases, and then you can grab your needles and put them back away, same way. Like I said, this one looks like it cut through it there, because what happens is when you put it back, then this, you can click it forward, and it holds it shut. But of course, you might have a little something there. You can put a little piece of tape or something to keep that closed. Okay, this is so pretty, you guys. Oh, I don't want to open the band. I'm like, where can I grab the thread and not... You're going to have to take it off. But anyway, so just open it up, find the end of your thread there. And maybe I don't have to go too far. Yeah, maybe. And I usually work like a yard of thread. You know, it's whatever you're comfortable with. That might have been just a little bit less than a yard. What's nice about this kind of stuff is that it's kind of stiff. So it's a little bit easier to thread than just any embroidery floss after you kind of split it up. But if you're having trouble, then you have your, I mean, it just went right in. If you're having trouble with that, then you have your threader, right, that comes in the kit. So I'm going to put these back just real quick, even though maybe you don't want to go watch my other video, I don't know. But these are the embroidery threads that come with the add-on kit. Okay, so with this guy, you know, you just start somewhere. So if you're looking at the holes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up here. There should be 8 down here, so it's just 1 to 1, right? So maybe I'll start down here. I don't know that I can knot this very well, just because of the nature of this stuff. And sometimes knotting it puts some bulkiness in the back that you don't want anyway, so I'm going to bring this through, and I'm probably going to tape it down. I don't think the knot really helped. It is thinner than your regular embroidery. I mean, it helps a little bit, but not too much. So what I'm going to do is have that, and then I need some double-sided tape, which I always have from Spellbinders, but right now I need one. I'm like, where is my tape? We can just use this little piece of washi. I have some washi here, since this is kind of a bigger die cut. And I just want that to hold my end of my thread. And these are going to be super easy stitchers. So up there, down the next one. And if you want to bring it down at the bottom and then up again, or just come right next to it and then back, you know, down, which is probably what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to visit my neighbor, go down here, oh, neighbor, up. And you kind of hold it just so your tension stays going to the next corresponding one at the top. My neighbor right next to this guy, right? I mean, this stitches up super quickly. So if you're new to stitching, I think a lot of the projects in this kit are very much easy and quick to do. I don't know that any of them are super complicated with the Spellbinders dies, but this is, again, very user-friendly. And how cute is that gold? You are, like I said, you're not going to see too much from what's behind those little holes, but you're going to see some. I'm just going to leave it that way, but I'll show you what I mean. Like once I'm done with this and I put it on my card base, you'll see a little bit of red coming through these little tiny holes. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? Oh, I said neighbor, didn't I? Now if you just want to go around and around, that's fine, but you're going to be wasting your precious gold thread. And what I mean by that, if you just want to go up and down, up and down, up and down, on the back side it's going to have lines too, but no one's going to see that, and then you just wasted all that thread that would have been going up and down here. So it's better to just kind of, in my opinion, go side to side. And look how pretty that is. Aww. And I will do the same thing with the other guys. Now what I'm going to do is, let me put a little bit of weight on that. Nah, that didn't really help. But I'm going to go ahead and tape it, and then I'll cut it. So I just give it a little pull since I let it go. I just want to make sure that's still where I would want. And again, this is a nice generous sized die cut, so you can just stick that down and nobody will know that there's washi back there at all. Look at that. So I'm going to do the exact same thing with the second and top layers, or however you want to look at them, but I'll be right back. I will show you that this last one is a little bit different. If you want to start, you know, wherever you want to start, of course, but I should have had it prepped for you guys. Hold on. I'm just going to tape this. This one has one like top point and the rest of them go down and down and down. Now, I don't normally work with a small piece like this because it's going to start getting difficult to use, but at the same time I don't want to waste what I have left here, so let's bring it up from the back. And the very end is starting to fray of my, oh, silly girl, of my embroidery thread. The part that's like in the needle, but you're not going to use that anyway, so that's okay. Let's bring this in here. Let's tape that down. Me, I got a little excited with the tape there. Okay. So with this one, there's one point that it starts with and it goes to, so basically you're just going to keep going. And I would still do the same thing I did before. Go in here, go to my neighbor, go back up. You're just going to the one hole instead of several different ones, right? So there. And now from here, I'm going to have to go straight down because there's no other way to get it down here, right? And then straight up. So whatever you have to do to make it work, basically now we're just going to go up and down, okay? Oh, I might have enough to get it done. We will see. Oh my goodness. That'd be crazy. Let's see. Ah, look at that. I don't know. I guess we got it, but let's go and, oh, okay. Well, anyway, either way, I'm going to get this back into my needle and then just go up this top one, and I guess I got it. I put it in my needle and pulled it tight so that it is 3 strands. I'm just going to hold that and grab this, and that was the perfect amount. Now, I didn't measure it, but like I said, I usually like to work with about a yard at a time, and whatever that was that I grabbed was good enough to get it all done. Okay, so let's just give it some tape. I did want to cut that little bit off that kind of sticking out there. Oh my gosh, you guys, how cute. Okay, so we have our pieces, and then we have these little gold bits. So what I'm going to do is just glue them on. So you don't have to use these. I wonder if the holes coordinate. If the holes coordinate, you could have put this on first and then stitched it, you know. They do. Oh my goodness. So I guess if you wanted to, you could have, like I said, glued this down first and then stitched over that too, right? But for now, I just popped it on top. So I'm going to do the same thing for all 3 layers, add their little gold garland, and I'll be right back. So as I work with this, I kind of just put my pieces under my die cutting machine to flatten out that little garland and help me hold that down. And I mean, yeah, you can definitely put the garland first and then stitch above that. Look how cute. And I mean, you can definitely glue this down just like this. Actually, I like doing some fun textures with things sometimes. So what I'm going to do is take the foam squares again from the add-on kit, and oh, I had to actually rip it open. Okay, there we go. I was looking for the little area that you kind of open up. What I think I'm going to do is put some foam down at the bottom. Obviously not in a way that's going to show. And then I'm going to glue the top down. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. So that way each layer has like a little kind of like a bell shape. Hopefully that makes sense. So those two, and this one. I'm not putting that anywhere near the little holes because obviously you don't want this showing through those holes. But let's see what this looks like again, like where I might want to place this. Okay, if that one's there. See, it's already doing the shape I'm looking for. Kind of falling back. Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, so about here. So we're going to take those off. We're going to put plenty of glue here. And put that down. Just eyeballing left and right, kind of where it's at. I'm going to hold down that glue area, and then this side's like that. So holding that down, and then we have the dimensional on the back, and I'll be right back. I'll do the same thing with the next one and the next one. Too long. And then also you can think about, do you want to cover those little dots or just leave them invisible? I think I'm going to cover them like that. So when I take this guy, I'm just going to place it here. Next level. About there. And then hold that down. It don't take that long to hold down because the glue is dry paper on dry paper, so it holds down pretty easily. And then this guy, I'm gonna glue down here. We have our little gold piece to go on top, so it's fine. Again, covering up those dots, and then I'll hold that down. Okay, and I'll be right back. And then we have this little guy, and he is a foam, so I'm just going to glue it down, but if you want to put dimensionals, you can definitely do that. I feel like he already has his dimension anyway, being foam. So let's just take that guy and put him right on top. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so that is our little card. Look at the dimension on it. How cute is that? It's just a little something, but it has a lot of structural and textural feel looking at it from the front. Hopefully you can kind of see that. How cute. So in the kit, the add-on, again, oh my goodness, super tongue-tied. Only on Spellbinders you can pick up the add-on. They do have some little gems. You want to put some of those on here and there. I did pull out this little box where I always just kind of keep a lot of my foil extras and things, but I do have a lot of sentiments from when I had done tutorials on these guys. So I mean, I have like, oh, what fun, Merry Christmas greetings. Let's see. You want to go just Merry Christmas? We can do that. Oh, that looks really cute. I was going to have it kind of go up and down, but it already has its own kind of to it, so I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back of this guy too, towards the center. And I'll link in the description box this guy too. It's a glimmer plate set. And definitely work in the air here. That's super helpful. And then, I mean, how cute is that? Just a little Merry Christmas. I'm just trying to eyeball. It needs to go this way more. Nope, this way more. This way? No, this way. Something like that. Okay. And there's my card. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, the 12 Days of Stitchmas is now available on Spellbinders site. There is available through a few other outlets. I'll have them linked in the description box. Some of those linked there. And images coming up, and I will see you all at the next one. So again, just to be very clear, this Stitch add-on kit is only available on Spellbinders site, so I'll have that link there too. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.